Today we're going to be installing two Mugen badges on this 7th gen ES1 Honda Civic sedan. We are also going to install some window visors, and these are some really fun and affordable mods that you can install on your Honda Civic. Welcome back to another episode of JDM for All. Today we are going to be installing a new mod on the 7th gen Honda Civic. This is a 2002 Civic LX sedan. We're going to install some window visors right here and possibly some Mugen badges as well, but it's going to be a pretty straightforward installation. But there are a few things that you have to do when you're installing a mod like this. You have to make sure you thoroughly clean the seals and line them up, and we're going to test fit them before we even start pulling off the tape. All right, so there's the test fit. Seems to fit really well. You do have to worry about the very end over here. You have to leave a small space. Sometimes these visors will actually pop out on this part right here, and sometimes these will block the back visor and they will kind of pop out right there, so you do have to look out for that and sometimes leave a space right there. In this part of the video, I clean all of the contact surfaces where the window visors do come in contact with the seals. You want to use rubbing alcohol for this, and you do want to clean thoroughly. All right, for this part, this is probably the most difficult part. You have to take off the double side tape. What I do is take off the small pieces right here, and you just want to take those off, and this long piece, you do want to take off the ends, and you just want to make sure that these are in front right here, so when you do test fit this, it's not sticking too much and you're not basically pulling it off, putting it back on. So now just the ends will stick, which will be a lot easier to reposition it if we need to. And then when we're done, we'll just pull these off. So really quick, I'll just line them up and it's done. You don't want to press too much, but you do want to start pressing it once it's on, and once all the double-sided tape backing is off, then you want to press these, make sure that they are on firmly and that the visor is going to stick. After you apply these, you don't want to wash the car for at least a week. We're doing the same with this visor as we did with the last one. We took off the small pieces of the tape right there. This one doesn't have one, so I just pulled off the end right here, pulled off the end right here. Now, all you have to do is make sure you match them up. You do have to worry with these actually hitting each other. So you might want to, before you take the tape off, test fit the door, open the door and close it where you want it at, just to make sure they don't hit. Some of the cheap, really cheap visors will have problems with them hitting each other. So we're just gonna line it up, make sure it lines up well. This door might hit it if I line it up perfect. So I'm going to pull this one back just a little bit, just to make sure it does not hit it at all. I think I'm going to leave it there. I think that's good. Let's test it real quick. Okay. When I had this visor all the way to the end right here, it was barely hitting the door panels. So I think that's a good fit. All right, and now just want to make sure you press down. Make sure this stays on. Like I said before, don't wash the car. Try to keep it out of rain, at least for a few days, just to give it the best chances to stick. This double-sided tape is pretty much going to stick anyways, but it is heat activated, so it will stick even better. If you leave it out in the sun for a day or two, it's going to stick really well, and you won't have any problems as long as you keep them dry and press them down really well. So that is the rear visor and the front visor. This is the fitment. Looks really good. This is a great mod, super cheap mod that you can do to your car, and it gives your car a JDM look, and they're functional. It's a functional mod that you can actually see in the car. You can use, it blocks wind, blocks the sun, and you can crack your windows when it's raining. These visors actually fit really well, so definitely happy with these, and I think they were only about $28 on eBay. All right, so all of the visors are installed. It looks great. It definitely makes the car look a lot more aggressive. Check that out. It looks so good. I am definitely happy with how these came out, especially because they are super cheap. I do have really cheap ones on the CR-V as well, and they've been on the CR-V for about 5 years. These have been on the CR-V for about 5 years, maybe a little over, give or take, but they look great, and they haven't faded at all, and they are still holding on. So cheap visors on eBay are definitely a good value for what you're getting. They can last a long time, and they obviously look really good. So next, guys, we are going to be installing some Mugen badges. I already cleaned the areas that I want to install them. I'm going to install one right here. It's going to look really good, so I'm going to do that right now. So I ended up installing window visors and 2 Mugen badges on this 7th gen Honda Civic. If you guys want to see all of the mods and more videos on the Civic, check out my playlist. I have a playlist on my channel with all of the mods installed on this Civic and all of the videos about the 7th gen Honda Civic, so make sure you guys check that out. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button if you haven't already. It helps me out a lot, and it is greatly appreciated. Thank you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video.